Hi, and welcome to Bucco Banter on Herald-Standard.com. I'm your host, Rob Burchianti. Once again, going solo. Jonathan Guth has the day off. And the Pirates ship continues to sink, and the winning record is gone now. I mean, it's not official yet, but they're pretty much going to... it's going to be a second straight epic collapse for the team after a promising start. Even a more promising start this year, so it's very, very disheartening. But the Pirates did say one thing just recently. President Frank Coonelly said that despite the second half collapse, that they would bring back General Manager Neal Huntington and Manager Clint Hurdle again next year. So that's been a topic of discussion about should they have announced that already, should they go through, maybe think about this a little bit more. But I don't know, I guess when you sit back and you look at it, and they did address, Coonelly did say they want to analyze, and he did say that this isn't a thumbs up for them. It's just that they're bringing them back, and they have to analyze why for 2 straight years this team has completely collapsed in the second half of the season. And this year's collapse is almost a mirror image of last year's. And they were 16 games above 500. They're going to finish with about 80-some losses now. But when you look at it, okay, 2 years ago, before Hurdle got here, they were 57 and 105. Obviously a horrible record. You couldn't go anywhere but up from that anyhow. When Clint Hurdle took over last year, despite the second half collapse, they did go 72 and 90 and improve 15 games. This year they're going to have 80-some losses, so they're going to improve about 6-7 games or something to that effect. So I guess you do see that there is improvement. So when you step back, and you don't want to panic about the collapses. Maybe you think if you keep this group together, maybe they finally will take another step next year. Maybe they will get things at least to 500 and make another run at the playoffs. And that is one good positive thing this year. They've been in a playoff hunt, up until just the last couple days. I think today they were not. I think it was they were officially eliminated on September 27th this year. Yeah, I think 26th this year. So, okay, they did draw 2 million fans this year too. The problem I think they're going to have next year, though, with the fans is, I already mentioned this once, is you had all this hoopla last year, and then he faded. Now this year you had a whole bunch of people on the bandwagon, and they faded again. And I don't know if, you cry wolf so many times, I'm not sure if you're going to get the same amount of fans next year. There's going to be that much support next year. I hope there is, but... okay, let's not panic. It is an epic collapse, but they are improving, I guess, is what the Pirates are saying. They will have, they still have some young pitchers coming up. They have Garrett Cole, they have Jameson Talley, they have Luis Heredia. So they still have some guys coming up. They can turn over the roster a little bit. And but the thing is about these younger guys is you have to get them acclimated to the major league level too. So I don't, the pitching is going to be key. Pitching is always key. Even though the Pirates have not hit this year very much, the pitching collapse has been just as bad. Now I know they're going to have A.J. Burnett back next year, and they have Wandy Rodriguez. They do have 2 veteran guys that they're bringing back, but you have a lot of question marks. You have James McDonald, who collapsed just like the whole team did. You have Jeff Carsons, who was injured again. You have Charlie Morton coming off of surgery. So there's a lot of question marks. You have a great closer in Hanrahan who's going to be a free agent, and if you don't bring him back, you got to find another closer. So there's still a lot of things to go over and a lot of holes to fill. They might have to fill for next year, but I mean, I think this probably when you think about it, maybe it is the right thing. Neal Huntington he hasn't made good trades, but he's made some good trades, but he hasn't. His record's kind of spotty. He hasn't been good with free agent signings at all. So we'll see. Give him another year, and I mean that's all you can do. You hate to keep ripping it up and tearing it up and starting all over again. So I think that's the right choice, really. Keep these guys in place. Go at it again next year. Maybe teach somebody to hold on a runner or two would be nice, so they don't steal you like blind like they did this year. And maybe you can finally sign one decent hitter or two to put in that lineup and give it some help on the offensive side. Otherwise, I think that's the only positive is Andrew McCutchen was having a great year. He was the MVP race all year. And Melky Cabrera has said that he will give up the batting title because he was suspended. And he would win the batting title if they held up. But he's given it up. So that means that McCutchen has a chance to win it, but he will not. It'll be Buster Posey of the San Francisco Giants as McCutchen collapses too, along with the rest of the team. We'll talk to you next week and wrap up the season. Hopefully Jonathan Guth will be back. We can put this all together. Talk to you next week on Bucco Banter.
At theherald-standard.com, our mission is to provide news, information, and services to enable our communities to prosper. Every day, we strive to achieve this goal through 3 dynamic products. Wake up each morning to a copy of the Herald-Standard.com newspaper delivered to your home. Enjoy the e-edition and exact replica of our print product on your computer, tablet, or smartphone. Or secure unlimited access to our full-coverage digital news site online at Herald-Standard.com. One local news leader, 3 great options.